by chaos, and we are yet again going to be seeing everything random. So yeah, I hope I'm not going to be repeating the nonsense that I actually talked about at the start of the first game, where I, for some reason I actually thought that players were choosing their gods. They are not. It's all random. Absolutely everything is random, even with veto. And it's going to be wow, Isis and Oranos. Huh. Interesting gods. I bet the Oranos is not going to be happy about this. But kinda curious that actually bobibobi is for the second time in a row right now drawing Oranos. We have seen that he's quite capable with him. Quite capable indeed. And 0022, I haven't seen him play, so I have absolutely no idea if he's going to be skilled enough with Isis, but we're probably gonna be learning pretty soon what strategy is he gonna go for, and if the advanced times for the faster heroic, which we are probably going to be expecting from him, are going to be fairly standard or not. So Aurochs seems like pretty good start for him. Those Aurochs at the back are definitely gonna help the Egyptian against potential Radiant. That should be coming for the Atlantean, but of course the Atlantean in a match against an Isis is probably gonna go for a bit more boomy strategy. Wouldn't be expecting him to really attempt any kind of full-on classical fighting. Even though he might try to at least delay the Migdal, it's usually not that effective. But yeah, he could try. And maybe he could be even succeeding, especially if his opponent is not skilled with the god that he has right now been given by the other gods. Aurochs in the front for bobibobi, probably going to be having a bit more of them somewhere in the darkness. Just now the god is going to be giving up some information on that fairly soon. So far not. So far not, it's just the caribous. As is of course the starting hunt, and on the right, yeah, they are actually right now on the right side, and they are actually having pretty nice meadow in here. Being protected from the right side from any kind of raid. I'm not sure if it's going to be possible. It could be, because it's almost looking like that this is going to be like a bit of a circle. Kind of half circle in here, and it might be possible at the back, which is usually a bit of a trap, because players forget to scout those parts of the map, and of course wall them a bit later. Very, very nice hunt. Next to the second town center, so I'll be expecting 0022 to continue with this hunt, and then as fast as he advances into the next age, come for the back TC. It's not really that backish if you think about it. It's not really into the corner. That's usually what you call a back TC. But yeah, it's as backish as it goes on this map. And of course, with the extra reason to go for it because of the hunt in there, and maybe even the gold, even though it's kind of tricky behind the tree line, it's definitely something that he will want to think about. Better unit line of sight, great relic. Great relic for both, because you could be expecting that even the Isis is going to be coming for a bit of raiding with chariot archers in the heroic age. Going full on defense basically. So far, and the gold, yeah, well, in the front, that's definitely not something that Egyptians are all that thrilled about when they see it. But yeah, it's of course going to be a bit of a help to his opponent, to Red, and he will have a bit of an option to actually raid his opponent right there. So far, it's probably going to be some kind of course of action for him, because we don't see any kind of back gold money yet. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something hidden, but I also wouldn't be surprised if there's none, because it's almost looking like that the gold is going to be in a bit of a belt across the middle of the map. Maybe about max 1 gold in here next to hunt. Let's wait for that. Yeah. It's on gold mine, of course, which actually makes for a bit of a interesting choice for 0022. Because right now he will have to make a choice if he wants to advance on the town center and the hunt, or if he wants to advance on the gold mine and a bit of a hunt. To be honest, not sure. I'll be probably going for the town center and for the hunt, because the gold is not that far away, and you can potentially creep on it, especially with the extra gold mine in a bit into the middle of the map. That could be slightly better attainable than going for the right goal, the hunt, and then somehow switching maybe into the front TC, which is going to be fairly unsafe against an Oranos. So yeah, he's choosing to go to the left, which I also think is slightly better choice, but it's maybe up to preference a bit, and up to what he actually aims to do once he advances into the next age and such. So, Bust, already coming for Prometheus, already going to be in, and we are seeing upgrade for Pickaxe. Oranos having also front gold, but it's nicely protected by the wood line. So not really any kind of problem. And this is kind of similar town center to actually bobibobi, or rather, what 0022 is having. It's really fairly close, because the gold is also kind of nearby with the elks. But it's really a bit better than what the Egyptian is having. So he should be coming for this town center quite definitely, because of all the hunt and the gold and such. And because the right town center is kind of sucky. But at the same time, if he went for the right town center, it could be allowing him to establish a bit better trade route a bit later. And it might be getting not easy. Not easy. If he doesn't catch up with what this opponent is gonna do. So far, a bit of priest to defend against, of course, the little Prometheans that are about to be coming in this way. Yeah, he already is in there. Coming down, or rather pulling down the obelisk, and he's going to be, of course, dying. As are going to be the little Prometheans, both of them, I'm thinking. Well, at least one. They are pretty fast indeed, and this will, of course, mean that the Oracle is not going to be scouting here anymore. But it's not like bobibobi needs to really know about it a bit more. He knows where his opponent is. He's going to be for one military, one counter barracks, and he just needs to go on certainty. Because where else would the army be, and where else will the village move? Because there is still a lot of elks to be gathered from this position. In the meantime, he should be probably positioning at least one of the oracles, or one of Turma, or whatnot, on the right gold mine, because he definitely needs to see if his opponent is going to be diversifying his portfolio, basically, or if he's going to be full on switching in there. Right now, coming home. It's going to be fairly standard. Fast heroic, apparently. Yeah, pretty good one. Actually, very good one. 730, and right now I'm going with the villages. So, yep, I think we can say right about now that 0022 is a skilled player, and he definitely knows Egyptians. So, yeah, you can right now be guessing in the chat who that could be. Who that could be. He's coming for pretty good faster heroic. In the meantime, the response for bobibobi is going to be second town center, with a bit of Turmas all around, going to be coming for the unsafe hunt, because of course he can. He's not annoyed at all, but right now I'm kinda curious if he's gonna be trying to locate the Migdol and stop it. He doesn't have all that many options how to do that. He can potentially use one shockwave to delay it at least a bit. But yeah, probably not gonna be that effective. He doesn't have enough armor to stop it at all. It's just going to be easily repelled. He could be at least forcing the ancestors maybe, but I don't expect even that. Because with the Pharaoh and the amount of villages that he's having inside his base, he could be really pretty much safe. And I'm definitely curious if he's gonna go for full-on defensive Migdol. Or if he's gonna attempt to at least capture some kind of gold mine. Right now, not really going for that. Let us see. Let us see. Already right now, waiting for the command on the Migdol. Coming to the right, so about here. Or about in the clearing. Oh, he's actually going for town center first. Well, that's interesting. And that's fairly interesting, especially right now bobibobi is paying enough attention, so he sees exactly that, so it's going to be ancestors. Right now he thinks that he can actually repel him, but yeah, he cannot really. He cannot really. Because right now Shockwave being cast, of course, to help him in the fight. And more than that, he's having Valord. Valord Murmilos, who are going to be just wrecking absolutely the Scorpion Man and the Sphinx, but he also needs to somehow take care of the villages. So this was a really weird plan by 0022. I don't really understand this all that much. It was brave. You can be saying that. But sometimes brave is stupid, and he probably should have, if he wanted to go for down center, he should have been going for the bit more safe one at the back, even though it was also nicely scouted by bobibobi. So not really any kind of surprise would be had at all. It still would have been easier for him to make. And right now he has been delayed, and even though he's probably going to be switching onto left and center right about now, he's going to be fairly disappointed yet again as Siege Works is coming up, but he is still basically going for normal pre-siege spam, it seems like, which is a fairly strong strategy against Atlanta, and let's not say that it isn't. But yeah, army is already moving in. I should have been sending way more villagers. But he's at least right now doing a pretty great job of actually dividing attention of his opponent. This was actually very nicely played by 0022. Trying to catch attention of all those units, but he is not successful, and bobibobi is not going to be caught off guard. And he's very nicely maneuvering, trying to actually stop the villagers from escaping, but he's not really effective in the end, because there's the wall, but the pharaoh is gonna die. And without the pharaoh, now the trouble for the Egyptian begins. Because pharaoh's empowerment on, for example, Megiddo is a huge deal. It really helps very significantly. And even though he's not coming for that, he definitely will want to be coming for that pretty soon. Right now, nice scouting by bobibobi on the right gold. And already the Turmas with the Murumilos are going to be coming in. And, yep, really, this is not going well for the Egyptian at all. Because so far, Bobby is playing very nicely. And even though, of course, those priests are going to be, becoming a problem. Especially with the siege backing that up. Not sure if it's going to be that significant problem, because, of course, the gold is going to be running out already. And if he can right now keep 0022 out of this gold mine, he doesn't have anything else. Anything else at all. He can basically just build market. Maybe not even that, if he has already run out of gold. Oh, well, almost. How actually costly is market for him? Is it 200 or a bit more? It's actually free. Okay. I actually thought that it's costing at least a few gold mines, or rather at least a bit of gold, but apparently not. So yep, that's me not playing Egyptians like almost at all. And of course, that's going to be helping him significantly, even though he's right now pushing his opponent off the middle of the map, which is going to be helping him as he can gather at least a bit gold in there, which might help him. But in the meantime, he of course is forced to cast the Ancestors, because he cannot fight against this at all without just the army that he's having. But he is pushing forward, and this, at this point, looks fairly scary. Fairly scary. bobibobi is coming for 30C. Right now getting into heroic through Thea. But with the Ancestors on top of this army, yeah, well, even without the gold gathering, and the heroes being in enough numbers to actually deal with the Ancestors, he should be just fighting the Ancestors right now. This might be quite a good encounter for him to be having. Quite a good encounter overall. Number 2, he's popped. Not going to be soon. But of course, he's going to be running out of military buildings pretty soon as well, as switching to Kontara is made. And that's, I think, actually a pretty good choice, because of course they are going to be having pretty decent armor. 32% against Pierce, and all he needs to do is right now get rid of the priests, and those siege towers are going to be fairly easy to kill for him. So yep, the advancing through heroic age is going to be fairly crucial because of the Kontara that are going to be killing absolutely everything in there, but he needs to get rid of the few mythic units first, because they are not really something that will be helping his efforts at all. Definitely bobibobi should be doing a bit more to deny the gold. He should be really going all around, trying to kill the economy from 0022, because sooner or later he's gonna deal with this. It's not like it's threatening to actually end the game for him. Ancestors are gone, and the Egyptian, really, all you need to do is get rid of the gold mine. Not exactly sure if it wouldn't have been a bit better if he sent at least a few of the Kontara straight into the priests, into the middle of them, to basically deny them easy shooting. But yeah, he's already winning in here. It's not much that actually 0022 can be doing against this. And yep, the GG is because of that right now being called. And this was really very well played by bobibobi. Denying town centers on both sides. Very nice scouting from him. Denying the gold mines. And of course, even though this was a very nice push by 0022, he was able to muster quite expensive army, even though he was denied gold for a significant amount of it. He still wasn't able to push through, and he definitely had to hope that he was able to deal with his opponent before the heroic hits. But yeah, that didn't really happen. So GG, and bobibobi is going to be arriving in the semifinals of the winners bracket. Not really semifinals of the tournament yet, because there's the losers bracket. But yeah, he is already into the 4th round. bobibobi yet again going to be winning most of it. Military count 61, units killed 20. But yeah, he was quite efficient. He wasn't really losing units all that much either. Let's see, just 36, like half of it. And most of it was due to ancestors. They were having quite similar numbers in there, so definitely there was a good chance for the Egyptian to actually win in there. So yeah, GG.